Hang on. I am on top of it. Evening, folks. Pardon any sync issues. And welcome back to the channel. While I get these screens right. Okay, almost. Almost. Try it again. Okay. Well, it was nice while it lasted. It's not remembered where my screens are exactly, so it's just gonna be a couple extra seconds. There we go. And what is up to Patrick? Um, let's see. He's saying a hi, Nikki and Americans. Hope you all had a wonderful New Year last night. Looking forward to tonight's show. Awesome. Always said prayers to all those in New Orleans. Did they? Oh, good. I did. No, quite frankly, I don't get the news. Did something happen? And what's up, Michael? Glad you made it. Sorry, I'm a little bit fidgety still. I was gonna do the show with a bit more light, which just means I would take away something blocking the light, behind the camera. But it was not. It could not find the focus for nothing, and it was like seriously 2 minutes till 7 and I didn't have time to fiddle with the focus to get it right. So I just had to cover things back up again to do that. So I'll be able to see a little bit better. So that's good for me. Hmm, it's still acting up a little bit. We'll get through it. If the focus is too acting up, let me know and I'll fight with it a little bit live. I didn't change any settings from yesterday. All I did was I ended up staying up a little bit late. Pickled Gamer, frankly, he's been coming around, hanging out. He does games, so I was over at his channel. They were because he's on the West Coast, so they were staying up until midnight their time. And just kicking it over there because he was getting drunk. So I was up till about 1:30 this morning. Uh, was a little bit tired today, but it's all right. So like that's the only difference is this thing was just up later than usual. It didn't mess with any of the settings. It didn't get drunk, so I don't know why it can't focus on anything. But if it's it again, if it's too much of a hassle, I like because my thinking was that it stopped doing that weird thing with the focus when I was able to make the light lighter. So with that logic, if it gets brighter, the focus will be better, the picture will be better. It had other plans, so that's not happening at not tonight. Maybe I can fiddle with it again at the next show. We'll see. Yeah, happy New Year to you. Happy your New Year, your 2025. It's honestly been a little over 2.5 months of year 25 for me. So I guess you guys can see what I've been living in since October. It's about 50-50, not gonna lie. And I somebody mentioned it was foggy yesterday, a whole big cloud of fog covering states and countries and continents. But I looked outside earlier today when the light was out. There was no fog, just a tiny itty bitty little tiny bit of snow, and it's like right at 0 degrees Celsius. Oh, John Rogers, glad you made it. Oh, damn, Patrick saying 15 killed in New Orleans terrorist attack. Yeah, I wonder who let them in. The same folks on the news. Yeah, that was deliberate. I hope their families are okay. That's terrible. Oh, Dandy, glad you made it. Yeah, Happy New Year. Oh, Biz Wolfer, glad you made it. Happy New Year to you, too. I hope everybody had a good night. If you did go out, it was safe. If you stayed in, it was fun. Hopefully not too cold or terrible, like weather-wise. Folks were getting hit with like straight up thunder and lightning storms last day of December, and that was just wild to hear about. Because in my head, I'm thinking it's spring, but then it was also New Year's Eve. So it's like, well, who has their New Year's Day in spring? But I was like, okay, whatever. It's just like May or April or something. I can roll with it. And then there I was sitting today, 4 o'clock rolled by, 4:30 rolled by, no Gray Still Plays upload. So I'm like, is it going to be the same thing again today where nothing comes up? I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. We get Grand Theft Auto on Wednesday. And then it was just before 5. It was, 16:50. So 4:50 phone chimes off. It's like, that's gotta be Gray. It was. And he's doing a board, Bikes versus Lightning. So I was thinking of the folks last night sitting in the lightning storm. But good timing. Dandy's saying went to a party, but got in around 10. Was nice. Yeah, that's good. It's kind of weird being out at midnight because it's like, great, what do we do now? John Rogers stayed home here. Good, yeah. That's certainly what I did. There's more fun happening online. Again, just watching well, I went over to Pickled Gamer's channel at like 10, let my eyes rest a bit. And I was just on my phone over at Twitch, and they were super nice. And J5000 was there. She gave me a little introduction to people, and she was talking to other folks and like reading all of the comments aloud. And after about an hour or so into that, I'm thinking, where are these people coming from? She's not like making this up. So I'm like, okay, there must be like a Discord or something like subscribers like she's reading these comments from. I've never been on the channel. I don't know how things work. I was just assuming. But it was kind of late, so I kind of, at one hand I didn't care, but on the other hand I'm like, well, I kind of figured out what's going on, and they invited me over to the YouTube. I'm like, hey, drop a link. So I went over there, and then I got serious, had to bust out the laptop and like, because I was on my phone before. Like, no, I'm in the YouTube chat room. Let me do it properly with the laptop out. And it was cool. It was he wasn't gaming, but he was just kind of just chilling, talking with everybody, sort of like what I do. But he was like steadily getting smashed. So he had his cocktail there, taking sips, taking sips. Like he was fine when I went over there. By the time I left at 1:30, dude was like starting to, like, you can tell when somebody's starting to get drunk. So that was funny. And I don't know if J5000 was drinking too. I assume she was, but she wasn't on camera. We just heard her. So that was just, I mean, like I asked the guy some gaming questions, and then I asked him how many third graders he could beat up. I was like 10. He said it could take 10. It kind of like fell off after that. Oh, Papa Groovy, glad you made it. So that was fun. They're just kind of kicking it, talking about whatever. And the fun part was like when it was actually, he had the like the ball at Times Square like up in like the corner of the screen, and then everything else was the rest of the screen. Oh, what to go to. Glad you made it. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. So, I'm looking at my clock, and they're like, what time is it on the East Coast? And they're like, it's like 2 minutes till. And like, dude is just steady talking, ball drops. And like he just completely talked through it. There was no like, wait for it, Happy New Year, kind of like the way I talk through my battery dying and forget to put it on the charger. It was the same thing. So I'm like, okay, that's funny, that's cool. After the fact, oh yeah, Happy New Year, whatever, all this stuff, and just kept talking. And then it happened again. So like, 1 a.m. my time, but midnight for Central Time. Totally just talked through it like nothing was happening. It was super chill. Patrick, been waiting for a parcel from eBay since Saturday. The arseholes at the post office still not delivered it, although said it was coming Saturday. I was thinking about that. You talking about that? Like, take your time. Is it like one guy working all the shifts, delivering everything? Did everybody quit? It's not because the UK kind of goes overboard when it comes to government holidays. Like whenever there's a new king or queen or something, they seriously have to take half a month off. So like, is it common for the UK to take just a week off from delivering mail, or is this special? John Rogers, I knew it was midnight. The fireworks woke me up. Ah, damn, that sucks. I was waiting to hear some noise outside, like a gunshot, something, but thankfully everybody was quiet. So I was kind of surprised I lasted that long because but before this, it was like that one time I told you I did a show, and then the Zells were on afterwards, and I watched all that. That ended at like maybe like 12:30. So this was a whole extra hour, and probably if I would have had like had some extra caffeine or something, I could have stayed up later, but it was fun. I didn't want to go, but I didn't want to nod out on my computer because that's how I lost the whole week in December, falling asleep on my face. And it's still like maybe it's like 97% better. Like it's a little bit more swollen when I wake up in the morning, but there isn't like that visible, like tiny, like knot on my eyelid for most of the day. Michael, we had big ass fireworks and guns until 2. Wow. Uh, Papa Groovy, Sis rocks. Thank you. You rock too. Okay, Patrick say, now to be honest, my local post office are really crap when it comes to delivery. Yeah. Like, oh boy, here's Charlie, Johnny on the spot with my fucking mail. Yeah, thanks a lot. Good thing it's not perishable. I'm trying to think of one of those delivery services. Go fresh, get fresh, it's something. I don't know. I know those things are a hassle to cancel because that basically my last job. It was just financial in nature, and that's why I'm sort of on about businesses. Like yeah, sign up for something, but then immediately look into how to cancel things. Like because canceling subscription services that can be a whole extra hassle. Like figure what that is out immediately before it's like an emergency and you have to cancel stuff and it's a big hassle. I guess the post office is doing their best. It's a holiday and all that other stuff. They're just humans. As long as the package arrives, it still has time and it's not busted up. Great. Patrick, a couple of shoe trees, nothing really essential. Yeah. But I needed those shoe trees to decorate for Christmas. Now I gotta wait till next year. Oh, B Champ, how you doing? Glad you made it. Oh, John Rogers, I hate relying on auto spell. Still working on my brain functions. Yeah, it'll come together. I do that too. I'm really bad at like typing a few letters and then waiting for like the suggestions to pop up so I can select one of them. I really have to get out of the habit of that because one, eye strain. If you're like, waiting for like the line to change after every letter, that's bad for your eyes. And two, it's just making me lazy. I should know how to spell words in case I'm over on Twitch and there's no way to delete what you say, and you can either live with the typo or try to correct yourself. It's a whole big thing. But one thing they were, again, I don't know what that channel is about. To be fair, he was pickled. He was drinking, and he was talking about eating pickles. So, dude is legit. His handle checks out. The channel checks out. So that's a good sign. But I get over there, and it's like they're super serious about asking everybody this, one question. And he was asking people whether or not they eat their pizza cold or hot, if you just eat it cold or if you have to warm it up. And I guess he was in the camp cold pizza, and his wife was in camp, heated up pizza. And there seemed to be kind of like a split in the chat room. They had a solid handful of folks in there that they knew. Sounds like they'd been coming around for a lot of years. So finally they got to me. They're like, you know what, Nikki, what do you do? Do you eat your pizza cold? Do you heat it up? I said, nuke that shit, yo. It tastes better hot. We didn't defeat the dinosaurs and establish this country just to eat cold pizza. I don't know, maybe it's because I've lived too close to being like poor. I'd prefer, I want my hot food hot. Plus, like, I'm usually cold, so eating cold food is gonna make me colder. If it can be heated up, I'd like it heated up. Because I would rather, instead of eating that cold pizza, I'll take a lighter to it. I'll find some way to cook it. I'll do the college trick where you flip the iron upside down and you put the wax paper on it, then you set the pizza on it. I would go that far. Michael, I legit miss seeing old aunties shooting pistols into the sky at midnight New Year's Eve after cooking all day. Damn straight, that's what we need. I've been scrubbing pots and pans and cooking and cleaning. Son of a, yeah, pow, pow, pow. God bless America. Bizwoofer's saying there have been 17 murders in my town this year, 2024. When I was growing up, it was crazy. We had one, about 200K live here. Yeah, I bet they're newly arrived too. John Rogers, I sound like a little kid trying to read out loud, saying, yeah, for every sentence that I can read and it sounds eloquent, I'll have like 3 times as many. I gotta get real close because I can't see the letters, or it's a word I don't know from a distance and it comes out super choppy, like English is not my first language. So like half the time I sound like I know what I'm talking about, and the other half it's like I've never been on camera before. It's okay, it'll balance out. Biz Wolfer, it's sort of weirding me out, lol. Yeah, that's because it's not the locals just acting up one day. It's people who shouldn't be here cutting up, acting like they do at home. I'll be chap saying to Biswell for a lot of the times law enforcement agents lie. Pardon me. A lot of time law enforcement agents, again English. Take 3. A lot of times law enforcement agency offers lie. A lot of homicides aren't even murder. Close enough. Yeah, those. Yeah, that's the thing with stats. It's air quotes drink stats. Patrick's saying that his town has about 240,000 people, probably 4 to 6 murders a year. That's not so bad. Uh, like, are they random acts of violence, domestics? Oh, Michael, you're solid, Nikki. Thank you, girl. Oh, thanks. Yeah, just gotta do it a few more dozen times. I gotta be close to 60 live shows. I'm getting up there. And then the channel is actually oh, something else. Just a YouTube notification. It's not quite frankly or anything. But the channel's something like, where was I looking at? Well, it's 8,932 views. So like I know I'm gonna hit 9,000 views like way before my birthday. And just last night I got 2 more subscribers, so I'm up to 209 subscribers. Thank you very much. And 90 videos. Again, I don't know if that counts just the videos that I've published, every video I've uploaded, and then also I don't think it's taken away like views from my channel or my time watching stuff. Like it didn't take that away from the December 26th episode. So that's like it just took away people's ability to like view it. And that's it. So I don't know about like likes for it exactly, but as far as views go and time watch goes, that's stayed on my channel. So I guess that still counts for you guys for your viewed views for the day, time watched for the day. Uh, it's a first strike I've had. That's why, or not, it's not a strike. It's a warning. Just I'm just learning as I go. Is this it? Yeah. This is the poll for the movie you would like us to watch here in January. Right now, it's got 21 votes. The choices are The Boondock Saints, 1999, Labyrinth, 1986, The Man Who Would Be King, 1975, and Wings, 1927. It won't let me subscribe to my own channel. Right now, the Boondock Saints is in the lead, but we've still got a few more days until that's final on this, not the second, but the fourth. And that will be fun because, again, the first two I've seen has been, oh goodness, when's the last time I saw the Boondock Saints? Like around 10 years ago, maybe a little bit sooner than that. Labyrinth, probably longer than that. And the other two I have not seen. Oh, Papa Groovy's saying I got pulled off stage and crashed through a cocktail table by an extra extra large drunk chickie poo last night. LOL. Wow. I mean, if as long as you had a good time. Biz Wolfer, I think that has to be the case. Nikki, you are correct. Yeah, they do lie about numbers. Like anybody online, like every single guy online says they're 6'2", even though they're shorter than that. It's just one of those things. Beach Chef, yeah, that's true. Not all cops are bad though. Not all cops, not all doctors. Biz Wolfer, lies, damn lies and statistics. John Rogers, 4 to 6 sounds like a week in Cleveland. Yeah, stay out of East Cleveland unless you want to be shot. Yeah, exactly. Dandy, in Cleveland, murder depends on which side of town you're on. Yeah, it's, bruh, to just skip the whole thing. Unless you're going specifically to, like, well, not gonna be seeing any more concerts. Nobody I know is gonna tour with. The people I like now, if they go on tour, they're gonna play songs from albums I don't like. I don't want to take that risk. I'm not gonna pay and travel to a concert to hear songs I hate. Or the Cedar Lee Theater, which is probably on the east side of town. Biz Wolfer saying, did you see the Tesla car explosion? Thoughts? Tesla cars explode, full stop. Oh, Michael, we're all showing up. Good indicator here. Nikki must not be too bad. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. Yeah, Teslas go boom. They're like watch those videos of people like they're pulling like parts, like opening the door and like pulling the paneling off. It's just like glued together. Parts don't like fit together well. There's like seams where water gets in through, and that's before you even turn it on. Yeah, if you buy one of those, you deserve it. Patrick, Nikki's a proper diamond. Thank you. Dandy, only know Labyrinth. Yeah, that's one of those movies, I've watched probably to death as a child, but then as an adult, you kind of think I've seen it enough, and then it gets, other people my age liked it too, so you see it in memes a little bit. I will say the only thing I don't care for is Jennifer Connelly. I don't know why she gets work, but I love the rest of the movie, so it's not like, I can watch a movie with an actor or an actress I don't care for. Michael, I'm only 6'1". Embarrassing. Yeah, you got to start lying to people. Danny, 1927. Is it a talkie? Yeah, anything before, well, like 1929, you're gonna hear some are talkies, but before that, they're just film, silent film. So, 27, 28, any of that. Back said, "Whoa, the Nikki? Yep, the only one." Despite what you will find if you search for Nikki M. Dot, no last name. I had that name first. Dandy, yeah, 1927 Wings, yeah. Clara Bow film. It's 2 hours long over on Tubi. Oh, I've she's like these older Hollywood actresses. It's kind of like half I've seen some of the movies, half I've watched documentaries about them. So I've got some favorites. She kind of went through it. Was a big star though. Folks back then just lived hard and fast. So you see her in films and you're thinking, oh my God, she's looking like she's like pushing 40 and like she hasn't even hit 30 yet. They just partied that hard. Like they made films. They swung, not in the music sense, and stayed up all night and just had a good time. One to go to does a bit sooner mean as opposed to a bit later than that? Yeah, as sooner rather than later. Max Meeks Blossom was nice. Never been to Blossom. I've heard of it. Patrick, Las Vegas outside Trump Tower. Oh, are they gambling out there? Oh, John Rogers, the Tesla was outside of a Trump building. Okay, so a leftist, because who else buys Teslas other than lefties? Parked in front of that building. All right. Oh yeah, when I last watched Boondock Saints, because I got into Norman Reedus, that was about 2013. So I would have watched the Boondock Saints most recently, let's say 2015, like after I met you guys. So, and it just has been that long. I don't recall if I owned it on DVD. Like I'm sure I did, initially. Because how else would I have seen it? Yeah, because it wasn't like on Netflix or anything like that. So it's good. It was in 1999. It was just doing other things. So at the time, it would have not have noticed. And it is sort of like it takes place around St. Patrick's Day. And I thought, okay, maybe that would be cool to throw in the mix for March, but Tubi being what it is, this could be the last month it's available. It just wouldn't be around for March. So it's like, let's just do it now, get it in there. I know some folks probably have to have seen it. And if you haven't, you like action movies, you do want to see this. And then you can watch Boondock Saints too. But you do want to see this because like it's like entertaining and a guy flick. It's shot in an interesting sort of way. It kind of gives me like a retro 90s feel, even though it came out in 1999. And then it gets so far along and like, oh, he's in it. So it's no spoilers. So it's one of those type of movies. So yeah, having a good time. This is a great film. And then like another character. Why are they bringing this guy on? Why didn't they bring him on sooner? It's one of those. Sorry to yell. Beach Chef. Yeah, I remember the episodes of the classic TV show Blossom. The actress was recently playing Amy Farrah Fowler within the episode of the TV series The Big Bang Theory. I know who you're talking about. I know who that actress, like I know what her face looks like, but I don't know her name. Not, conventionally attractive, but like I remember Blossom being on. I might have watched it back in the day. Probably, but it was not like one of my favorite shows. I just sort of watched it because it was on and entertaining enough. Oh, Michael, secondary explosion after the NOLA attack with the ISIS flag. IEDs reported as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of planned fear porn for New Year's. LB Chap saying stuff electric vehicles right now, though. When the manufacturers start releasing solid state physics rechargeable graphene oxide battery packs, things should improve. Max says, you're a gem, Nikki. Blossom was an outdoor amphitheater not far from Kent State University, where I graduated. Now I'm a nobody living on the edge of civilization. That's okay. You got, privacy out there. Michael, yeah, Boondock Saints is a playbook. It'll be interesting to watch it now, like roughly 10 years after the last time I saw it. I'm just trying to remember things from it. It's no like lines I could repeat back. I don't want to spoil anything for you. Because when I sat down to watch it, all I knew was Norman Reedus was in it, popped it in and had a great time. Patrick, we have no guns here, really here. So most killing is usually knife crime. Yes, stab, stab. You can't get like the plastic knives at the store in the UK because they think somebody's gonna stab folks with it. I love what I saw this. This had to, this was a few years ago now, but it was, in the UK, and an illegal was like walking down the street with like he had a machete and he's just like attacking cars like they're I don't know if he understands what a car is. I don't know if his IQ's under, high enough to grasp that. Didn't matter because somebody with the right idea came by, just boop, knocked his ass down. And the top comment was like, don't bring a knife to a car fight. Max said, you remind me of female Sheldon. I'd take you out if you were single. That show keeps getting recommended to me. Are there like clips of it on YouTube? Like I know that show is such a big deal. Like I'm not just gonna be able to find it for free because I remember they were talking about the main actor getting like $1 million an episode or something like that. But like, if is there like a specific episode or like is there like a collage of clips of like him being like himself? Just because I don't know the show, but I'm interested when somebody says that I'm like a fictional character. One to go to, but will the battery chemistry improvements be sufficient to make flying cars practical? Too many people would have to go and qualify for their pilot's license. So I see what Greystow Plays is doing. I'm on to him. Michael, Boondock Saints was comically anti-Russian, but very legit and a great Willem Dafoe performance. Yeah, yeah. There's it's Willem Dafoe, so he does get a chance to ham it up a bit. And there's one point where he reminds me of Gary Oldman's character in Leon the Professional. Oh, Patrick said he's oh, well, Michael's telling Patrick he should immigrate, and Patrick's saying he's too old to move now, nearly 63. Like, I'm not putting stuff in boxes and picking it up and putting it in a car. No. Oh, yeah, yeah, pretty much, Max. He says about me, you seem brilliant and completely unapologetic about not trying to conform to a stupid world. Yeah, that's the fun thing with one with religion, and then two with the last for almost 5 years. I'm not going along with that. Got my own groove going on, and my thing is, if I know people for the most part are basically incapable of taking me seriously. So to be fair, I don't take them seriously. So you can act as serious and professional as you want. Just like the Marx Brothers, everybody thought they were so funny because they would say anything to anyone. It did not matter how, official businessman they were. They would just cut them down, and like, the person on the receiving end would crack up, like they just thought, like, especially with Groucho. Oh, he's so funny, he's so funny. I mean, yeah, but that's coming from a place where like he has zero respect for you and your authority and your stuff suit and all like the pomp and circumstance of you. They just cut you to the core. Somebody had a meeting with them. Like this guy wanted to work with them, and knocked on the door. The Marx Brothers here. Sure, door opens up. They pull the guy in, take all of his clothes off. I assume they left his shorts on. Took all of his clothes off, chucked the dude back out. Dude knocks on the door again, like, yeah, no, seriously, I'm here to work with you guys and give me my damn clothes back. So they kind of put people through the ringer. Kind of like the reflect materia from Final Fantasy VII. Literally anything you can cast. Like I would never cast it on myself, but then like the opponent would cast it on them. Didn't matter what I threw at them, it came right back at my character. And fuck, I hope my hit points are high enough because that's gonna hurt. It's it's like that. Nothing felt. I can't fit in with these people who are like afraid of the news and think it's real, and I can't. It's too fake. I see right through it. It's my Scorpio moon. I cannot buy anyone's bullshit. I see right through it almost immediately, and then I cannot act like I didn't see what I saw. I'll turn around and tell other people, like, you wouldn't believe what this motherfucker's really like. Michael, yeah, Leon was a nightmare movie. I don't remember Willem Dafoe in it. He wasn't in it, but something that Gary Oldman's character does, Willem Dafoe's character does, but separate movies. I don't want to say what. It's nothing like bad or dirty. It's just I'm like, because I was sitting there watching the Boondock Saints. I'd already seen Leon the Professional. And it's like, this has reminded me of that movie just in one spot, just one certain thing. If we watch it, I'll point it out. Be like, remember what I was talking about at that live show? Did you ever see Leon the Professional? I don't even know if that's on Tubi. Tubi is a free app. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your smart TV and everything in between. It's got TV shows and movies and movies based on TV shows. It has Dark Shadows from 1966. What was I looking for? Leon the Prof. Professional. I don't think they have it. No, they don't have. Like I know they've had it before. Like it might come back around. That's okay. And again, this is just Tubi. It could be on say other platforms or something like that. And that movie is from without looking, I want to say 93, so it's been out for a minute. It has Natalie Portman back when she could act. She hit puberty and started phoning it in. Like if you watch, I know I brought it up yesterday, The Phantom Menace, she's just there for 3 films, and then the credits roll. Leon French film with Jean Reno and Gary Oldman. Patrick saying, yep, that's true. Michael's saying, were you a pro actress? No. I did some no budget filmmaking when I was younger. but uh this just comes from years of watching TV and movies ad nauseum. Just that's how I learn stuff. I just watch stuff on repeat. Oh, Jenna, Happy New Year! Glad you made it. And I just like that's why I think I get into silent films so much because you just have this one stationary camera to work with. So you all you have is just your face, just moving your face just a little bit more, moving your body just a little bit more. Like look at that versus say acting 20 years later when there were talkies versus modern movies, and it just studying like look at the people that I like and see what they're doing, and not necessarily copying them, but if you watch something enough, it kind of becomes ingrained in you. Like speaking with my left hand because I was watching those Gray Still Plays membership videos. Stuff like that, I will naturally pick up. I will naturally pick up an accent if I watch a lot of Scottish stuff or a certain other accents. I will just naturally do that. And it's because I look best on moving film. I don't look good. I can't model, so I can't just do like have a bunch of hot still photos or, like I don't have the sexy radio voice, so I can't like just do videos with talking over them. So just a pure observation. The only thing really professional about acting that I read was this bit that Michael Caine said, and that was just to never blink during a close up. Don't really do close ups with these, but that is good advice. Look for that when you're watching other actors doing close ups. Like, oh, if they blink, it's going to ruin it. They didn't blink. That was so good. Stuff like that. Max saying, well, Nikki, seeing you was a pleasant surprise. I assumed you were in America and a rotund 40 something cat lady. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 out of 3. Actually, just one out of 3 now. Actually, it used to be all three. Well, I mean, I was bigger, but I was in my third 30s. I mean, I was like 110 this time last year. That's kind of that'd be tipping the scales way too far now. That might just be 150 if you're going to be 110. My God, fat ass. Nothing's going to fit now. Michael, yeah, poor Natalie Portman, man. Yeah, I do kind of feel sorry for her because she did, the professional, and her parents were very, like, because the character, she's like, what, 13, 12 years old, and like the little girl smoking, and her parents were like, you're not going to show our child smoking in a film. So, like, they do this, and I've seen this in other um, TV when I knew the actors could not be 18. Like you see them, like they might light a cigarette off to the side. They put it up to their mouth, but then the camera cuts away, and when it cuts back, you just see them go like, so you don't see them like none of that. It's just like literally the act of like moving the cigarette to and from the mouth to like simulate smoking. Jenna, I just did some like no budget acting with some friends once. It not 20 years ago, not like 2007-ish. Um, but it was like I've never been on a stage. This is the only camera I've been in front of is my own. Like I haven't been on like in a like I can't be like, okay, if you watch this movie and you go to this time and you look down in the corner, that's me. Like I don't have any of that. I know TV. I called in it quite frankly a few times over the years, and I did a few videos back in Anthony Vincent Music about 10 years ago, but that's it. So I don't know how to like have good like stage speech. Anything I if I'm getting more articulate, it's either from learning from my mistakes from watching these back or just watching other actors. I like, wait, how did he pronounce that word? Hold on, let me go back. Okay, because I would say it like this, but they say it like that. Let me try it like that, and then I'll like just that's just how I learn. It would be cool to like take it like a full on acting class and like do all of that type of a thing. That would be, that might be fun until they get to the part where they're like, okay, I want you to like think about somebody who died in your life and use those emotions to, it's like, yeah, because I want to do ugly cry face in front of people. That sounds like a good scene. That's how you win Oscars. But yeah, Natalie Portman, her parents made sure she learned how to take apart those guns and put them back together. So she looked super professional and she did a good job in that movie. And then she got fan mail. And the very first letter she got, it was like some guy talking about all the perverted stuff he wanted to do to her. And again, she's like 13 years old, and that just scared her and creeped her out so bad, as it would anybody. Like, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. That's why her persona, she's like always very, almost kind of preppy, like very buttoned up, very put together, very like, like she's going to go teach a college class, type of look, because you can't really do the sexy look because she knows the kind of perverts who are out there going to send her letters. So that's why she conducts herself as such. I don't know why she decided to start phoning it in when it comes to acting. She just thinks she's pretty enough to just be there. But that's what she does. I haven't seen, was it Black Swan? Haven't seen that. I would. Other than that, anything like, I saw the first Thor, I saw the second Thor, and she's just there. Like, you can find a better looking girl who can act. Papa Groovy, how about John Lennon and Harry Nelson heckled the Smothers Brothers back in the day? Ah, the Smothers Brothers are hilarious. They were just jealous. Michael, my marriage ended my modeling career. LOL. I was big in England. Oh no. At least you were modeling. Sorry about that. Sorry, my bad. It's your fault I'm having too much fun. That wasn't my fault. Jenna, the movies I played in, they would not be like on IMDb or anywhere online. It was something that like my buddy filmed, and then he like made some like DVDs of it to just give to people he knew. Like, they wasn't, you couldn't sell that stuff. It was not good enough. We had fun doing it, but it was just not even up to that caliber. Um, like, I had copies of those, years ago. I had all of them. I don't know, it was a few. I don't know, three, four, or five. But they just moving or whatever, they just got lost, and like, I don't have them now. Long story short, and plus I was so much fatter back then. That was 2007. I didn't get skin. I was 130 and 99, and then I was the size I am now in 2012 and 13. The rest of that time was unacceptable, like 175. But they were like horror type films. So like, this one kid is like playing the killer, so we had like learned the trick with the Caro syrup. You get like corn syrup, red food coloring, add a little bit of blue in that so it's not too neon. You can also use, we didn't do this, but I've heard you can use powdered milk to give it a more like blood consistency, but I digress. It's so sticky. So the worst part was like, okay, we'll film the blood stuff last, and like, let me get a shirt. I don't mind getting effed up. Like, let somebody else wear it. And yeah, it's sort of a thing. So it was fun to film. I don't think my best work made it on camera. Um, just to kind of fill the time. 2007, I should have been online, on the internet at its heyday, but instead I was out playing with my friends. I'm glad I did it though. Oh, B-Check, they're in the John Candy movie, Cannonball Fever, also known as Speed Zone. They cheat though, they use an aeroplane to get across the race. Ah, Max is saying Thor: Love and Thunder was one of the worst films ever made. All right, because I know there's like the first Thor, and then there's like the second one that everybody hates, and it was, I saw it, it was meh. Um, and then there was like, what was the third one? Like the super neon one that everybody liked. I was honestly just seeing those. They had Anthony Hopkins in them, and that if you don't know, Tom Hiddleston as Loki is the shit. I love my villains. Dude plays that villain so well. Not gonna talk about anything I heard about the man in his personal life. Just talking about him playing that one character. Fucking phenomenal. I haven't seen that Loki TV show because, it was like what on Disney, and then I heard they just made it all about chicks or something. But yeah, sounds like the Thor movies are very hit and miss. And they had Ray Stevens. Oh shoot, he's passed away, and he wasn't even 60. Hold on, Stevens or Stevenson? I'm so sorry that I hate when I mess up somebody's name. It's so rude. Yeah, yeah, Ray Stevenson. I found out he passed away. It was in 2003. I didn't know. I was expecting, like Tumblr or people like say it there. No, I'm just watching some random ass video from just some guy talking about like whatever current Star Wars TV show was on. Apparently, it wasn't good. They're never any good. But they're like, oh, except for this part with Ray Stevenson. I'm like, he's in it? And so I was all about it. And then he's, so many, not even a minute goes by, and da 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 da. This is his last role he was in before I was like, he did not die. I looked it up. I was like, this is how I find out. This is, at least I've heard it from a friend. I like that channel. But I was like, I don't know if he had any shots. I don't know what was up with him health wise. I really like that guy. If you get a chance, watch a film called Kill the Irishman. He plays Danny Green. He was a big time mobster, gangster, call him what you will, in Cleveland in like the 1970s. So while I can't remember that back that far, they filmed it in Cleveland. So it's very odd to be sitting there, watching this movie, big, huge actors in it. I won't tell you who's in it. That's a spoiler. You should know who's in it if it's a mobster movie. But like they're just on a street talking, and you look down the street, like I think I've seen like I don't think I've been in that exact block, but it's like the buildings sort of look familiar, just like the coloring of it. It's so off-putting just because I've been roughly up to it's so odd. Great film, great fucking film. Saw that in the theater. Uh, I don't know exactly if it, falls in line exactly with the events of Danny Green's life, like if all those characters are real people, that kind of a thing. But as far as a Hollywood movie, it's entertaining AF. You'll like it. If you like gangster type movies and people with like the 70s mustaches and like the collar of the shirt just had to go out for days, who decided that? Those kind of clothes, it's fun. Dude does not fuck around. Beach at Los Angeles, California movie, LA Times. Was also a very bad, boring film as well. Oh, I hate when a film's boring. At least be so bad it's good, but boring? Ugh. Patrick saying Britain has many hooligans, especially at football. Oh, Max is saying you like to poke at Frank about man boobs. Why? Because he has nice tits. He has not worn this in 2 years. It was light blue, like a baby blue, powder blue. And it was the kind of sweater that like I think it had a zip, kind of like it has like a zipper like from here to the top. Like why? I don't know if it did or not, but it just because he is in shape. Like he's at least Frank, when I saw him in 2016, he's put on muscle now according to him. But at least when I saw him, like yeah, he's got the muscle and all, but then he turns to the side and it's like this. It's like the man disappears. So he's a slim dude for having all that muscle. So then he gets that a sweater thing on, and it just accentuates everything. And like I'm like, damn, I really never noticed Frank's tits before until now. But damn, so we got to sexually harass the man for a solid 2 hours. It was one of the best shows I've ever been to, and he never wore that shirt again. Lauren got it for him. He was so happy about that. Like, can you wear it again? Can you wear it before my birthday? Because I wanted him to wear it before my birthday last year, but last year was just so horrible. It didn't come up. So yeah, it's like he doesn't actually have like I've seen he's not from Fight Club Robert Paulson Meatloaf like he doesn't have bitch tits like that. I'm not saying that. He just like when guys work out like their chest and they just get pecs, boobs. You have to sexually harass the host of a show at some point. It's the rule of the internet. If it happens to women, it can happen to men. And it's nothing like crossing the line. Nobody's I hope not. Don't do this. Don't be like DMing people, hey, nice tits. Let me see, like take that off and don't be a creeper about it. Just chat room only because it is more of a sexually charged type of room. That was great. I don't think we talked about anything else. I wish he would wear that again. I wonder if we could petition to like, does he still have it at the house? Did he throw it away? Michael's saying, it was a fun gig. He enjoyed being the British icon of hooligans, but his wife didn't appreciate the babies, though. Oh, Papa Groovy, you raised your kids all by yourself? Oh, more power to you. Jenny, you'd be good on game shows, win big bucks, lol. I have no memory. I can only remember things like if it's sort of like riffs off something I already know, then yeah, but I like all like that instant knowledge stuff. Have not had that in 10 years. Like after the fact or like a couple days later, I might think of something like that would have been the perfect answer. Like I'll even do it with this show. Like, why did I say that? Why didn't I say it just I don't that would have to be scripted to make it look like I knew what I was talking about, and then all of my effort would be put into acting like, oh, I know that, that kind of a thing would just come off as fake. But like maybe before I used to know things that went away. Frank is 9 feet tall. No, he's actually his stated actual real life height he said is 5'11", but you can't tell people that. So he's 9 feet tall. And his daughter is 6 feet tall, so she's growing up too. Yeah, but like Frank's 5'11", Anthony's like 6 foot even. Oh, trying to think if I know anybody else's height. I don't think so. I mean, okay, Petey Face and Matt McCat are both taller than me, but I can't. It's been so long I couldn't say like if they were. They've got to be right around the same height. They seem to be. Except the only one who's like shorter, and you don't realize this until you see pictures. Matt McCat. But their friend Mike May, he was raised by ninjas. I know that sounds like a joke, but that is 100% the truth. Both of his parents like studied martial arts, so yes, he was raised by ninjas. He does. He's they call him Moonlit, not Moonlit. Sorry, Movie Mike sometimes. Mike May. I guess he has a gaming channel. But when like when Frank got married, it's like the pictures of everybody and the guys in the matching tuxes, like the tuxes are all black and the ties are the same. But there's Mike May, and he's like a full, almost a head shorter than those guys. Oh, Patrick saying too old now, Michael, but I did enjoy it. Went all over Europe watching my team. That's so cool. I could not imagine, say, like following an artist around, going to like all of their concerts. That blows my mind that people can and have done that. Be a chap true. Yeah, it's a good idea to keep fit. Reasonable health can assist with heaps of things, including self-defense situations. Patrick, yeah, almost 6 foot. Because what happened was, when Zoso Dude was at the studio. Now he said he's 6'1", and then he said that Frank is not taller than him. But then that actually hear Frank, say his height. He has said 5'11" in the past. Oh, don't know how many times he's said it, but I've said he's 9 feet tall more than he said that he's 5'11". Everybody is 5'11" though. Like I know they say that they're 6'2", but everybody is 5'11". Not 6 foot, not 6'1", not 5'10", 5'11". Beach chap Jay Dwyer from Quite Frankly has made his own YouTube channel videos. Jay Dwyer or Jay Dyer? The Capricorn guy with all the headspace so he can see his books. Oh, Michael, M. Valbiro is 6'2". Okay, that's where they get their height from. Papa Groovy, true. Children are not to be confused with baby goats. LOL. It was rough, but well worth the joy I have today. If they're Capricorns, they're kids. Like I'm a Capricorn, so when I was little, I was a kid. Patrick, Michael was good, but I spent enough time in prison. Oh, that's all right. You just made it. Patrick said, only short arse about 5'7". Guys, you want to be at least 5'7" and up. You're safe. You're in there. It's all good. That's acceptable. You don't want to go lower than that. Like I dated a guy who was roughly my height. He couldn't have been 2 inches taller than it. It's weird to look straight ahead to see. Like I should have to look up a bit. Not it's that wasn't the only problem, but that was a start. Or you can fake it. Like I don't, because some people like just photograph taller or shorter. So you can just I don't know exactly how that works. I don't know what angle you have to have your camera at, or if it's a lighting thing, or just the clothes you're wearing. But some people just look taller or shorter in their pictures and videos, and then you see them in real life, and they're just completely different. Just, oh, I thought you were taller. Michael, very cool. White Gang chat. Yep. So I don't think anybody did what I did on this day last year, which was earlier in the day. I watched the three-parter that the Zells did on the True Crime Garage about the JonBenet Ramsey murder. Because that was my first, like, we knew who the Zells were for years and years beforehand. That wasn't a mystery, but while they do come on to Quite Frankly, they might be on, like, talking about, like, a different crime or a different murder, just a totally different topic. And then Frank might say, like, Frank and Sense might say, hey, I should have you guys on for, talk about the Ramsey murder. And, like, the Zells are like, oh, yeah, sure, that would be great, but anytime, sure. And it just never comes about for whatever reason. Maybe it's in the future. Who knows? I know they're all busy people with families. Oh, nice, Dandy. I always look taller with my pants off. Word. Maybe that's why I look. I've been told I look like 5'6" or 5'7". Maybe it's because I'm not wearing pants. So it's odd too, and I do have this linked. If you go to my homepage, I have a list of playlists. One of them is called The Zells, that has all of the podcasts that they've been on for the last year. Because this seemed to have been filmed, maybe it was around like Christmas, so it's very, and I know that's when the murder happened, but it is very off-putting to be sitting there. It's just the one screen, it's stationary, you just get to hear them like it's the radio, you get no visuals at all. So you hear them talking about this murder and all these details you've never heard before, because it's certainly not going to be on the news. And in between that, like the guy has his own commercial breaks, and before to and from break, he has to play these like bells, like jingle bells, like not the song, but like just keep using these bells repeatedly, not in a musical kind of way. And so, again, like murder details, Christmas music, murder details, Christmas music. And it's a three-parter, and each part is over an hour, maybe two. I haven't listened to it in a while. But it took a long part of the day to listen to, and I was listening to it on an empty stomach. I could have eaten beforehand, but I'm glad I didn't, because it gets to the second part, and what was happening last year that I just keep hearing these things that are just never going to leave my brain. Like, oh, I'm traumatized for life for this. Thank you very much. It happened with this. It happened when I was listening to the Judy Garland biography, Get Happy. It happened when I listened to the Gray Still Plays membership video he put out for 8 billion subscribers. I don't know what was happening since this time last year, but this is what's been. I'm not going to tell you exactly what was said, but it got to the second episode at a certain part, and Frank Zell says something. Oh, Pickled Gamer, glad you made it. I was talking about you earlier. And I don't know why this is so bad. It's like it rhymes, so it's gonna stand out. I can't forget, something rhymes, it's gonna stick in your head more. Thank you, Dr. Seuss. It's said by somebody like I know, like we know Frank Zell. He's not a stranger to us. Why? It's, maybe that's why it's where, if a stranger said it, maybe it wouldn't be as bad, but it's like we know this person. Like it's clever, like the rhyme is very clever too. Can't forget it. So, like the whole time I'm just sitting there hugging a pillow, like, oh my God, I can't. And I can't shut it off. I'm not one of those. I'm not a sissy like that. I don't watch a scary movie. I'm like, oh, it's too scary. I might look away, but I'm not going to shut it off. Like, I'll power through it. So it's like, I'm glad I didn't eat today. When's this gonna be over? So, I listened to all three parts. I learned. So, that's what life is. You hear disturbing things, and you learn from them. You don't dwell on it. So yeah, that's how I spent this day last year. I've listened to it since then. The last time I listened to it was back in April, so it is good for re-listening, especially since I know when that part's coming up. It's like, oh, he's gonna say it. But it's okay. I've kind of heard it like the same thing spoken about in subsequent podcasts. Maybe it's just the first time hearing it was that bad. But yeah, the Zells have all of the information about the JonBenét Ramsey case, because they're the only people who've been working it to try to find answers instead of covering up for people. That was a fun day. Oh, that sucks, Jenna. I'm sad that I have to return to work tomorrow after 9 days off. Damn. At least you got 9 days off. That's a lot. That's almost an ancient Egyptian week. Yeah, it was super fun at Pickled Gamers. He was pickled, he was talking about gaming, and he eats pickles, so his site is legit. Oh, and I should say, if you do go over there, I was kind of pushing it a couple times, but they do, there are, like, before you even go into his chat room, it tells you, um, it's not like, quite frankly, so don't go in there, like whipping your dick out and, telling people to go fuck themselves. It's like, keep it more PG 13 when it comes to the language. That's just a rule over there. It's not a hard rule to follow. but just know that, like, well, what the shit is this? What the fuck you guys doing here? This son of a bitch told me, it's not that kind of place. But it's still a lot of fun. It's not like a heavy-handed, oh, don't say this, don't do that, don't look over here, don't sit there. It's not like a harsh place. It's like kind of like if you're out in public, you don't want to be cursing like a sailor in front of all the strangers. It was so cool though. They were just kind of kicking it like here, except the host was steadily getting drunker and drunker. Michael can't stop anti-Israeli because she's not retarded. Um, which who now? Are you hungover, pickle gamer? I mean, Chip, the avatar looks like the Procter and Gamble business logo. That's not good. It's PG like PG is in the like again with the language. So don't do more of your like pseudo swearing if it has to come up. Oh, J5000, glad you made it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was glad I was able to stay up as late. How long did you guys stay up for it? I mean, I know it said at the end of the stream how long it was, but because I was there till oh yeah, like 1:30. Oh, Michael, did I skip you? I didn't understand that last comment. Yeah, this is good because when you mentioned something I was just talking about, I can't remember what I was just talking about. Yeah, I hear you. Pickle Gamer talking about, no, I'm good. I didn't cross the line with the drinking, just tired from not sleeping enough. Yeah, I woke up this morning like, why am I so tired? Oh, I was up to like, when did I fall asleep? Oh, stayed up until 11:50. Damn. That's pretty close, Michael. And again, it was great because we just like with my laptop chiming off because the battery's low, just totally having too much fun to notice it. Midnight rolled around twice, and we were just in there talking too much to even notice it. So just like, oh, wasn't it like midnight a minute ago? And we're like, oh yeah, happy, whatever. So anyway, it was super chill. I like that too. I kind of don't like when it's like, okay, everybody stop, because we're gonna. It's like, no, we're already doing something. We'll stop when this part ends. We're not on your time. We're doing chat room things now. Yeah, Pickled Gamer. I used to be very PG because my audience was mainly kids. It's a little looser now. Yeah, that's the thing with gaming too. Like on the whole, like yes, there are older gamers, but younger folks are doing it too. So you don't want to get into the situation where, like when you're demonetized or like maybe your content's awesome, but then you're getting a bunch of emails and comments from parents like, I wish you wouldn't say these words. My son wants to watch this and he can't. You're an adult. Why you don't want to get those, parents who and that like on the one hand, like it's not up to say Pickled Gamer to be everybody's parent, but on the other hand, like yeah, you are, if you are like into content anyway that is going to have a younger audience, it would behoove you to keep that in mind. Oh, J5000 talking about I missed everyone doing toasts to each other and then us finally playing some games after midnight on the West Coast. I was trying to white knuckle it too, man. If I would have had some like extra caffeine or something like that, or I should have planned to stay up late. I didn't beforehand. I don't think of that stuff, but then in the moment, it's yeah, I think like, well, you can't do this. Say like next week, there isn't going to be another December 31st next week. You might as well do it now. Be in the moment. Ride the wave, strike while the iron's hot. Have fun while it's there to be had. So it's like, let me get over here. As soon as my eyes get a little bit rested. It was cool because I thought the chat room like was gonna be moving super fast, like here or something. There was no way I could keep up with that late. Oh, I was done after 9 o'clock. I'm done thinking for the day. But it was, and it was like a mellow room. Like there weren't like spammers or people cutting up. Everybody knew each other. And it was really kind of a half and half thing because they had the Discord where they like had people come in, so they were actually, talking. You didn't see anybody, you just heard them. And then at the same time, J5000 is reading the comments in the chat room. So like we're getting the chatters' voices, we're getting the chatters' words. So it was like a very full experience. Oh, and also Pickle Gamer has a top hat. Pickled Gamer saying when I was streaming early in the morning, there were a lot of kids, more adults when I stream at night. Definitely. Yeah. Why aren't you in school? Like, I'm 5. Okay. Unless you specifically game and play adult games, I guess, then like, yeah, clean up your language. Hold on a second. Oh, something did fall. Nose is just a little bit drippy. Patrick, well, Europe have fucked their oil supplier up now, Russia, so Trump will be selling to them big time now. I need to fuck things up with Russia, you guys. Oh, nice. J5000 saying, I think we ended the stream around 1 a.m., then watched some TV and ate some ice cream and passed out. I have ice cream too. I was thinking about ice cream. That's a good one. Michael, yeah, LMAO, Nikki, ride that wave. Yeah, I should, think of that stuff earlier in the day to prepare. I just, don't. It's like, well, there isn't one of these. They just being old. You just want to kind of just do like your routine and go to bed. It's like, well, other people are up. They're doing stuff. It could be fun. Just that could is enough. Dandy's saying my TV screwed up and lost reception on the countdown at like 5 seconds to go. Good thing I was watching Zoso Dude, rang it in with him. Yeah, that's what I noticed. It was like my laptop said midnight, but then there was the ball. It's like 47, 46. It's like, you need to get with it. How am I supposed to set my VCR if that ball is not on time? That's cool as Oso Dude was doing a show. That would be again, I don't think I could have like been live at midnight. Like I'd just been like, oh, what time is it now, you guys? But I'm glad some other folks were. I want to go to feeling dumb asking because I've searched, but what is my homepage? Is it on Facebook? It's here on YouTube. It's just if you go to let me get my screen looking like your screen. Oh, no, 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 not that. No. Oh, okay. All right, so if you go to my avatar where it says Nikki M. Carlin and tap that, it brings you to this. It's not gonna show up. It's gonna be blurry. But yeah, that's gonna be blurry as hell. It's just across the way underneath I guess it might be different. It might not say manage videos for you on my channel, but it says like home videos, shorts, live playlists. If you scroll all the way to the side, that's community. That's where you can go to the poll to vote for the movie for us to watch for January. But while you're on the home page here on YouTube, you just scroll down. It starts out with, it should show you that the show is live, and then it has the For You section. That's optional. You don't have to have that on your page, but Frank does it and Gray does it, so I've got that too. Then it says top channels. That's Gray Still Plays and History for Granite. Then it has videos. That will be some of my Dark Shadows, hottest character videos. Then there's a section that says take a trip. There's a playlist for year 25. That's everything I've tweeted for this year. All of any media that I tweet out, I put in a separate playlist marked with that year. So this is a playlist that has been going since October 11th of this year. I have one for every year. I don't have one for 2023. It was just that bad. But then I've got like my GSP compilations, playlist for Judy Garland, and then I've got my playlist for the Zells. And that has them on the True Crime Garage TV and Miss Shorty and the JS for Justice podcast. And if you still can't find it, let me know. I don't know if I give the best directions to find things. I know they were terrible at like telling people where to find things at my last job, so I made an effort to get better at it. Is that hitting air? Yeah, okay, it's good. Michael, y'all are old as fuck. I know, right? Dude, I'm gonna get older this month. Ugh. I mean, I do have a Facebook. It's also under Nikki M. Carlin, but I don't have nearly as much information. Though I don't keep it up to date with stuff I'm doing on this channel. Like I don't reflect my tweets back onto Facebook or anything like that. J5000, that's right, Top Hat Battle. Yeah, because like Avatar, it just has a top hat. And then one of the Franklies actually bought me the purple top hat that I have. Michael LOL engaging on chats, bro. Love you all. Papa Groovy, don't tell nobody. Wow, J5000 saying, we have literally never done a 6-hour stream of chatting. PG is an introvert. He has come a long way. Wow, yes, I'm an introvert too. Hella introverted and shy and all that stuff. You just have to. I don't know how he does it. I just don't know the guy that well. I guess you just have to have a performer inside of you, even if you are shy. 'Cause, like they say, a lot of actors are shy, but it's like, okay, but there you are at the premiere waving at everybody and signing stuff. How shy are you? You know, sure you are. And maybe it's different too, like when you're alone talking to a camera versus if you had to do it with a crew, then you might be like the quiet one. Oh, John Rogers, he covered all 4 time zones. Great. Oh, Michael says, great party, Nikki. Love you, girl. Oh, thank you. You're awesome. And yeah, J5000, hit the like button if you haven't, fam. Thank you. Smash that like button. You know you're going to have a good time. When to go to. Oh, got it. Oh, good. Yeah. Saying thanks to me. I've not listened to the Zells on True Crime Garage yet. It's on my to-do list. Yeah, definitely. I hate that it's sort of in reverse chronological order, but it's more to keep the picture at the top of the playlist changing up so it's not the True Crime Garage one on it forever. So it does have like the first 3 of the True Crime Garage way at the bottom. Then they were on Miss Shorty for like 5 episodes, something like that. And then the very last one is the J is for Justice podcast, which was from earlier this year. Oh, Beachap's talking about it's all right now outside. Yesterday morning and afternoon was hot plus humid weather. A storm arrived, but luckily enough didn't last long. Now it's cloudy. Reasonable breeze. Nice. It's nice to hear about like summery time weather when it's just damn cold all the time. Patrick, I spent my new year with all of you here. It was wonderful, grateful. I did. You lot are great. Yeah, thank you guys for showing up yesterday. That was so cool to see so much family on a holiday. And we were all, together, so nobody was out drinking and driving or doing anything crazy. J5000, yeah, talking about I agree. There must be an inner performer who wants to come out, yeah. Or it's just like, yeah, like, yes, you just are a shy, quiet person in real life, but just something about being on camera or just something about gaming just like brings it out of you, and like suddenly that's when you turn on. TCG is the True Crime Garage. I believe their proper handle is a True Crime Garage TV. That's here on YouTube. It's if you look around, it's a channel that covers true crime. So they have a lot of, if you are into true crime, they do have a lot of different crimes they've covered. I personally have not clicked around their channel. I just watched them the three-parter with the Zells. So I'm not knocking the channel. I was just, there to see my friends. So I like the way that the guy sort of like will ask a question, and he totally leaves it open for them to talk. So it's not like question answer. Because the Zells are the best when you just like ask a question and let them go because they know so much information, and that's what this guy did. The audio is the best you are ever gonna hear. That's why I love it so much, because they call into Quite Frankly, and like they're on a phone, and just the audio, it's not gonna be as clear. It is what it is. We can hear them, but it's definitely on the phone. This, it sounds like they were actually, I don't know if they were, but it sounds like they were actually like in a studio, microphone in front of them, into the computer, like no, like through a phone bullshit. So you've never heard Frank and Jim Zell's voices so clearly. So it's again, it's hard to listen to. Like, oh my god, I could hear them. What are they talking about? Like, watch it during the day. I don't know if it's gonna give you nightmares. But yeah, like, oh, I could hear them talk about the worst stuff ever. Whoa. It's good information. I'm glad they're getting it out there. I would love to see Frank Zell, because I don't know if Jim Zell's going to do it. Like, Frank's more like the guy who's been on it since day one. Like, he needs to start a channel with videos about this, like, this year. He's got something like 364 days to just like anything. It can just be like, hey, this is Frank Zell. You found my channel. Stay tuned for more. That's it. Oh, Moon Bunny, glad you made it. Popping in to say hi and Happy New Year. I've been moving all day. Can't stay. Big hugs. Yeah, yeah, good luck with the move. Yeah, Moon Bunny just got a great place to live. That is so cool. Pickled Gamer, yeah, I'm socially awkward and shy. I try. When's your birthday, Pickled Gamer? I mean, you don't have to tell me the year if you don't want. Well, you know what? I thought that they were like kind of like younger, like when I say younger, like I mean like a full 10 years younger than myself. But then I asked the guy what his favorite game was, and he whips out a Nintendo game, like Nintendo NES. So it's like, solid. Like, wait a minute, these guys are like old like me. He looks young though. He looks young. I mean, I'm not saying he looks old. I didn't realize. I don't know, but then at the same time, I didn't want to be on camera. I was nervous for like 3 days about people seeing me, so it was unavoidable. I see that now, but I wasn't happy about it. Oh, cool. In May, I'm a Taurus. Haha, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a Capricorn, so Team Earth. Earth signs tend to be like kind of on the quieter side. I'm not saying they're not like there are not big, loud ones, but that's why I like Frank's parents using it as an example. They're both full blown Capricorns, nowhere near the cusp. And his mom's like a little bit more quiet. And then his dad is the one like telling the stories and like getting emotional and going through the whole thing. Same sign. I don't know if they're born the same year or not. I'll be chat BRB if possible. That's cool. Just taking a look. I want to make sure I just touched on, I touched on everything in the description. I know what these things are. Yeah, and I do have that now. I do have the super chat opened up. It's just either Venmo or buy me a coffee. Since YouTube lets you have super chats at 500 subs, but 209 is close enough. And also super chat, Google gets 30%, whereas with the super chat options that I have, 100% of that goes to the creator. So you're not paying another entity that you can't see. And then I'm not buying hookers and blow with it. It stays in America. And also, since it will show, I don't know exactly how you have to set up those accounts, but since it has the potential to show me your first and last name, I'm not going to be sitting here like, oh my God, I got a donation from this person, and then flip it around to show people, and then everybody can see your information. I would never do that. That's a secret. That like you why who's this asshole's gonna dox their friends anyway? That is so not cool. So I'm not that one. You're not gonna see that happening. Patrick's saying I thought Torians were outgoing. I mean, if they're stubborn enough, like the Tauruses I know are just like quiet or like I don't know if they were like would call themselves shy. I'm not saying that they are shy people. They're just like more on the quiet side. They can still get into trouble and have fun, but they're just not. Maybe I just don't know enough. Uh, oh, Dandy, I remember your first show. You were a bit nervous. So glad you did this. It was. That's why I had the DVD box set there because I thought, well, if nobody shows up, I can just talk to myself for 2 hours and just mess with these DVDs. Because when you get a DVD, it's got that one's white. Equilibrium. Yeah. But because like how you can see like the spine and like you can see like the name of the movie and the name of the actors and then you can kind of see the picture at the bottom. Well, sometimes it's in there like kind of crooked. It's like slid to one side up and down, whatever it might not be, and they're straight. Well, that has like what 30 DVDs or 15 DVDs in it, however many it's a coffin. So I had to like straighten up each and every one and I stayed pretty on point. I got about halfway through in an hour and then got it all fixed up. Oh, you were done too. Glad you made it. So yeah, it was thanks for noticing, Dandy. I want to go back and watch those early ones. That was fun. I mean, it still is fun. Pickled Gamer, yeah, thanks for saying I don't look old. Haha. Yeah, I'm like Nintendo games. I'm like, he doesn't have gray hair like me. I don't know, maybe it's just one of these young guys that's into, because that's what blows my mind about speed running. You got people who were not like born in, say, like the 90s, speed running Super Mario Brothers. Like, you weren't even alive yet. That is so cool. Michael said, M. Valbiro ain't quiet. I'm surprised she isn't in your chat right now. I don't know, maybe they're doing the New Year's, family thing. Oh yeah, Frank hasn't said anything, but yesterday he tweeted he was not feeling well. Just like sinus infection, just feeling under the weather. So like, hopefully he's feeling better today because he has a show to do tomorrow. Because if he doesn't, then I will. So I don't know how fast he's gonna be. Like Frank seems to be like when he gets sick, he's kind of optimistic about when he's gonna get better and he isn't quite better, by then. So, if he's not, like, I hope he gets better soon. But worst case scenario, if he does tweet that he won't be on tomorrow, then I will. But as it sits right now, he is planning on getting back in the saddle for Thursday. Jenna, my ex was an a-hole Taurus and loud. Okay, yeah, so just maybe I just ran into all the quiet ones. Oh, you are dumb said, I got a fitness tracker for Christmas and it's been on my wrist ever since. I haven't done any running yet, but I masturbated 5 miles. Damn straight. If you don't use it, you lose it. Patrick, bulls in China shops, I thought in the nicest way. Jenna, what's considered old? Uh, Everything over 25 is just downhill. Hmm. I think I've been old my whole life, but I'm a Capricorn. Definitely within these when I started getting gray hair. So yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah, Jenna, was your ex on the cusp? Yeah, 16 is old. Yeah, 16 is old. Or what were we saying in the chat room at a Pickled Gamer? Somebody got boomered, and and then they were kind of arguing like, well, what even is a boomer anyway? And I'm like, oh, if you know how to drive, you're a boomer to these kids. Pardon? Damn, Crippy nose. It wants attention. Oh, you're 16th, May 16th. Ooh, that is a full blown Earth. Oh, Max talking about 79, grays on sides, and beard is about half gray. When I shave, nobody knows. It's it like it comes in different for everybody. Some people get like the cool like white streak in their hair, and all the rest of their hair stays whatever color. Or mine's coming in. It's just like a little bit everywhere, but they are very like silver, not gray. Like I pull one out, and that's silver. Like I love like the Sephiroth hair, Final Fantasy VII, if you get that reference. But then I might lose my eyebrows, and they're already sparse enough. Or like some folks, like say you got dark brown hair, it gets like lighter, and then it starts turning, gray, silver, white, whatever. John Rogers, yeah, Frank was on Twitch when I was on yesterday. Like, cause I right when I checked my phone, it chimed off, and I'm like, what? Because I think I was looking for Pickled Gamers channel, and it's like, okay, it's odd to get a notification before I've even like his channel yet. But it was Frank, and it was like a like sinus infection New Year's Eve stream something. But by the time it got to like 10 o'clock my time, his stream was over. Frank goes live for about an hour playing. So like I hope that helped him feel better. Like let me shoot some people while I have this sinus infection. That'll cheer me up. Patrick, age is how you feel. Nearing 63, still feel like a teenager. It is about how you feel. So if you're, like 70 and you're still running every day, you probably feel better than like an obese 30-year-old. Oh, you are dumb too. Old would be the start of degeneration, so around 44. Jenna, 50, you're half dead. Yep. J5000. So the X was three people, really. Yeah, if it was a Gemini, cusp starts a little bit closer to I want to say the 19th. I really got to nail down those cusp dates. But yeah, more like the 19th. So we still like the very last, say, full week of regular Taurus before things get cuspy. Like that's what I am. I'm Earth on the cusp with air. Michael, I'm not 50, but I look it probably. Yeah, if I cut my hair, one day I'll have to come at you with my hair down so I can hold it up and show you how old I would look if I cut it that short. Like to here, just 50. Like a young for my age, 50, but 50 nonetheless. Oh, cool, Jenna. My hair is white and gray now. That's awesome. Oh, Max, silver, gray, Gandalf was wise. Yep. Oh, Papa Groovy, he said, got a text to play for a birthday party on a back porch. I asked if there were cocktail tables. Negative, so I got a split. Yeah, take it easy, have fun. That's cool. And maybe that's why YouTube works for so many people. Because, again, if you were a group of folks, say, filming something or trying to put on some kind of show, like you might be the quiet one or like the person in the back or the person with the least amount of lines. But if it's only you, you're the only one responsible for keeping it going for however long you go live for. So it just, you don't have anybody to, rely like, oh, and now let's bring in, it's that's not an option. So it just all falls on you. And that's about where my research stops. Oh, Steve King. Hey, glad you made it. He was over at Pickle Gamers channel. That is so cool. And folks over there were nice too. If I didn't say J5000 gave me a really nice introduction when I came over there. I'm thinking like, oh my God, really? Like, because I thought she'd been around for, like at least a couple of years, but she said she's been around for like maybe 5 or 6 years. She just did not, it was not just talking a lot in the chat room. It's like, damn, that is a minute. So that is so cool. Yeah, I wish I had some gaming stuff to show you, but I don't know how to hook up a PlayStation full stop to anything modern and then record it for YouTube because I don't know modern games personally. Like the newest console I played on was, well, like my one friend had like WoW, so I think I played World of Warcraft for like 5 minutes. But other than that, like PS2, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, that kind of a thing. That's the stuff I know. So I would steadily, because I have Final Fantasy VII. That's the first thing I would play. I just pop that in and see what I remember because I had it memorized. I played it for 20 years. And then I had a bad day in 2017 and haven't gone. It's not like I've like quit permanently. Like if I had a PlayStation and, like the cables for it and a controller, it would be different. But I just don't have that stuff right now. So it's not like I gave it up. I would never give that up. Of course not. But I used to game all the time. Like wake up early, play all day, go to sleep, do nothing else. Oh, Patrick, love the chat here. It's so cozy, really good people here. Yeah, it is super chill. I started to feel that about maybe 40 so episodes in. I'm like, I get what these guys are on about. I'm starting to feel it. And then when Frank had his family on, I was so chilled out and cozy and having a good time, even if his daughter didn't like the episode. That I completely forgot about the other show I go to on Monday night, and that's why I haven't been there in 2 weeks. I just forgot. And like the last time Frank went at 2.5 hours, so they were just done by the time I showed up. But yeah, it was just such a good time. Max, no gaming since the 7th grade. Oh man, not even a Tetris, a Game Boy. Pickled Gamer, yeah, never gonna give it up like Rick Astley. Yeah, can't give up gaming. No, that's why I still have my copy of Final Fantasy VII here for just in case. I gotta break it out and save the planet. I have had 20 years of experience saving the planet, so this is old hat. And I think that's why I'm so like the remake kind of pissed me off because I heard that they were not there's no materia in it. I love the materia system. I don't like people. This was pissing me off. Somebody was live streaming playing this game and they had a materia I've never heard of before. Fuck that. None of this PS2, 3, 4, whatever. Redoing the regular Final Fantasy VII and adding materia and like changing stuff. Like, don't let me get into Sector 5 and have Eris not say, this guy are sick. If they changed her grammar and corrected it, I will flip out. No, you make it exactly the way it was. on PlayStation. None of this rushing through racing chocobos where you speed through it. No, sit there and wait for everybody else to finish while you're sitting there with your S rank bird, just waiting, just waiting, just waiting for all the little dots to catch up so slow. That's how you build character. Rushing through racing chocobos, the idea. Max Frex chat is excellent. Damn straight. Jenna will need to put it on slow mode soon. You know? John Rogers, hell yeah. My game stage systems are the original Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and original PlayStation. I know that's right. I had good games. That's what I was playing. Like play original Nintendo. Tell your I don't think I would do it now because of carpal tunnel. I would have to get a proper controller for it. But like Nintendo controllers, those rectangles, you'd play so long your palms turn pink and red and they hurt, but you can't stop. That's real retro gaming. We played till it hurt. Oh, Max says I had a 2600 Nintendo TurboGrafx 16 and done. Nice. Oh, J5000 said I was too paranoid to have an account and chat before. I just lurked. You just have to dive in. Or I mean, because I mean, honestly, what I do, do with most things is, sit back and observe. But well, my first chat room experience, it wasn't like, quite frankly, it was Adalza. It was Anthony Vincent had done a live stream on January 5th in 2015. And I found 10-second songs first before I knew about Frank or anything. So I was like, cool, I'm all about this Anthony Vincent guy. I like 10-second songs. Like, oh my God, he looks like Jack Sparrow. So rather than what I would normally do is just sit back and observe, I just dove right in. But I was spoke the same way in full sentences. Other people don't do that. They're not doing like capital, first letter, so many words, commas, so many more words, period. People just don't talk like that in chat rooms. So that made what I said stand out, even though I wasn't trying to. And then the next day was my very first Zadelza New York. And that was the first time I had had fun since my friend died on Halloween. And I was like, hot damn, I gotta do this again. I like feeling happy. I could get used to this. Pickled Gamer, I could never get into Final Fantasy style games. Now, see, I started my first RPG was Super Mario RPG. So that's what technically got me into it. And then, that Final Fantasy VII did come out in 1997. So that's what, I got for Christmas. I've heard a lot of good things about 6. Like, I've heard 6, Kefka, just because they've got such a great villain. I'm interested in playing that. Don't play Final Fantasy VIII. If I can, please ask you to just stay away from that and save yourself. Please leave that alone. I started 9. It was fun, but I don't know why I didn't finish it. I was, probably, working. But Final Fantasy VII is worth the hype. There's a reason why they did the Advent Children in 2007. They've redone the music, with a full orchestra. It's beautiful. Makes me cry every time. Oh, it's such a good game. It's such a good game. The only reason I do, as much as I want to knock the remake of the game, which you're just in Midgar, it's not even the full game experience. You're just in the first city. You start out in the game, and that's it. And there's no materia. But what I saw, somebody did a video about it, and I'm like, okay, what's this gonna be about? This brought tears to my eyes because they show it's you're at Eris's house, so it's Sector 5. You're underneath the plate. It's like the poor people live underneath the plate, the rich people live on the top. But there's an edge to it. It's a giant circle. So if you look out so far, if you're so far away, you do get to see the sky off in the distance. So what this shot is, it's like it's the beginning of a new day. Door opens up. I'll have to share the video. I know I've got it saved. and you can just see like here's just how I always imagined it in my head since 1997. Here it is in a video game, and I was just honest to goodness tears because like you can see underneath the plate, you can see the sky, it all looks real. It's like it's always looked in my head. It gives me the same sensation that people must have had in the theater watching The Wizard of Oz when it goes from sepia to color, because you're not expecting that at all. You're just not expecting it. You don't know. It's just a door opening up. You don't know what you're going to see, and it's incredible, and it's just that from a video game. And I'm seriously crying because of this. I can't save. I gotta share that. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, and it's in a video game. It's incredible. A game I have not even played, probably never will play. Not like out of spite or anything, just because I don't. Who knows how much all the equipment costs. When did that video come out? That was incredible. Oh, John Rogers, I have the big Advantage controller for the Nintendo. Yeah, I did have a better like I think it was called like a Shark Pad for the regular PlayStation. It was a little bit more, it wasn't like a proper the way you see a PlayStation controller look. It was like easier on the hands, like more ergonomic. Max said, "Come to Florida for 10 years, then you'll have character if still alive." Oh, Dandy says, it always feels like we're in a dive bar or a house party just hanging out. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like we'd all go over to my friend's house and smoke out on the balcony and listen to music, and aside from the music and the substances, this is the exact same thing. Holy shit, Max, you write books? Like fiction, nonfiction, writing about like true crime? Well, like are you like killing people and then writing about the story? Like, oh, I hope they find the killer. And we won't tell anybody if you're a serial killer. We'll keep your secret. Oh, Jace 5000 said, so I found Frank and told PG about him for a long time. Then he found Anthony separately, 10-second songs. And then I realized it was Frank's brother. Yeah, talented family. That is so cool. If you like them, check out their band, Set the Charge. Set the. And I know the proper way to say it is to have like the capitalized, but since it's a band name, they have the should be lowercase, but since it's a band, they have the capitalized, it's capitalized. I know English, I know proper capitalization. That's how the band, you have to do it the way it's stylized. But yeah, they have lots, years, maybe over a decade of songs and stuff. They need to put on like a little concert somewhere and film it so we can see them. Because they did a concert back in like 2015, 2016 and live streamed it. Anthony Vincent did Rap God live, so back when that was a thing. Whoa, John Rogers said, sad part is I have the original boxes for the Nintendo and Sega, probably worth more than the console. Dude, you should look into see how much people are willing to pay for those. Just to see. Pickled Gamer, yeah, STC, not to be confused with STP. Set the Charge has more than 2 or 3 good songs. J5000, wish we lived closer so we could see them play sometime. That's why they need to, like, set something up and just live stream it. Like, Frank doesn't have to sit there and narrate it. I know he's busy doing the drumming thing. But just so we can see, like how he did with the It's a Wonderful Life, a play radio show thing. Max said he writes nonfiction. My easy life in Atlanta in 2011 abruptly ended. So fear of looking into all conspiracies ended. I've written about it. That's cool. Not the good time, ending in 2011, but like the rest of it. That's interesting. I love writing. I haven't done it since last year. J5000, they did those live stream concerts a year or two ago. It has been a while. And like Frank, I think it was just Frank was just saying it his last show, like they're one of their because it's four guys and one of them had to move, was priced out of where he was living. So now where he lives at, it takes him 2 hours to drive into it wherever they're rehearsing at into the city just to rehearse. So like that's just a hassle. I understand. All that practice, you think they'd be ready to put on a show? I'm sure it's a lot of scheduling conflicts and or they may have had a lot of plans to do something, say in 2020, and then suddenly a lot of businesses just got closed up for no reason. We know what that's about. Yeah, is there anything anybody wants me to? Did I start talking about something and then forget that you want me to go over here in the next 4 minutes? Oh, Patrick, I'm trying to learn how to fix computer game machines, etc. Something to keep me busy. That's a good skill to have. Like learn how to fix old school, like original Nintendos so people can continue to speed run on them. Speaking of speed runs, I watched. I like Summoning Salt. He will go into detail, fun detail about like the history of speed running a certain game, like Tetris. It's almost 2 hours long. I thought I was gonna be bored. It was fucking exhilarating. I wanted a part two. I wanted it to be an hour longer. Like stretch this out. I'm having fun learning. But he did cover the Simpsons Hit and Run. I've never played it. Gray's never played it, but I grew up with The Simpsons and I like Summoning Salt, so I'm like, let me just see if it's boring, I'll click off of it. No, I was there for the whole, it's like an hour and 45 minutes. It was very good. So then just now, earlier, probably still, Mahler goes live and he's playing The Simpsons Hit and Run. And I think he's like slowly getting drunk, like taking shots with somebody else. And at one point you said taxes are theft. I was like, wait, what? I had to get the chat room. I was like, based. Mahler is so cool. Um, oh, Jenna's heading over to Dabu 77 live at 9. J5000 asking if the plumbing got fixed. Yeah, they got like nothing is leaking now. The only thing is like they had to cut like about halfway up, it's almost they had to like cut out the wall to get at what they had to fix. So now it's just sort of covered with, like plastic and duct tape. I mean that's, fine. It's not I don't film in there, but I know they're gonna have to come in there and fix that sometime. So I'm just, dreading not having any plumbing in the bathroom for most of the day again. I don't know when that's gonna happen. They don't like they're really bad about keeping people informed. Like, hey, we're gonna come over and check this out. You get a text, and that can mean in a half an hour. It can mean in 2 hours. You just don't know. So I don't know. It's up in the air. But for the most part, it's don't got to worry about drippy floors. I can relieve myself just fine. That's all. Like I like just put the toilet in there. Let me have hot water so I can take a shower and brush my teeth. That's it. It doesn't have to be that pretty. Just like again, I don't film in there. Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Pickled Gamer speedruns are crazy. Like, I know I'm just too old and creaky for it. I love to watch it. One of the Super Mario Brothers speedrun records was set on my birthday maybe 2 years ago at January 18th. So it's like, and it might have even been by like, Dowski. Is that who I follow? One of them. He's also a Capricorn. Oh, I forgot about that. It was his birthday in December. Anyway, but yeah, it's a speed running's crazy. More power to him. Jenna, what's based that taxes are theft? Pickled Gamer said J5 told a comedian he was based one time. He told her he didn't know what she was talking about. Oh no. He's not online enough. How is he a comedian if he's not online? That's what were his jokes? Well, it blows my mind when people are not online because I lived here. I live here currently, not past tense. Oh, Patrick said, we love you. Nikki's such a great hostess. Yeah, thanks you guys for showing up. And please pick up your pants just because Frank should be back on tomorrow. Again, we won't know until, like, Frank will tweet stuff like that after 9 a.m., 9:30. So we just won't know until he tweets. So if he doesn't say anything, he's putting on a show. If he's not well, then I'll be on. But expect to go to Quite Frankly tomorrow and Friday, and we'll be right back here on Saturday. And we'll have the movie chosen for us to watch for January. And let me share that again really quick, just in case everybody did not get it. Is that right? There we go. And all of those movies are on Tubi. Again, that's a free app. You can watch it on your smart TV, on your phone, on your gaming station, on your laptop, maybe even on like one of your dumbass little smart watches if you're one of those retards with one of those. That's got to be such eye strain inducing. Just don't. My God. But yeah, Tubi has everything the other bigger services didn't want, and that's why they are doing so well. Max saying, one of my first Florida rentals had a giant hole in my bathroom wall. One night a rat came through. Oh damn. Now it'd be if it had like if it was like holes in the wall, that would be different. There's no like glory hole. It's just whatever the wall's made out of. It's a who knows how old the apartment buildings are. Patrick, I get an early notification, usually from Frank. Good. Pickled Gamer, yeah, there will be blood. We're drinking each other's milkshakes. I love Boondock Saints. J5000 was talking about. Yeah, great movie. Very actiony. Great actors in it. Funny stuff. Max, yeah, thank you for hating the iWatch fake and gay. It's just like anything that big, it's gonna hurt your eyes. Like look at your screen. Like look at about an inch and a half of your screen squared and see how your eyes feel. It's like that can't be good for you. And they're so clunky and ugly. If you're gonna have a big clunky watch, at least have it look like a real watch, not just a screen with a strap on it. Have some style. So it was great to see everybody. I hope everybody stays warm and has a good meal. And hopefully folks are not too hungover. Smash the like button before you go. That's what we should do, Pickled Gamer. Sometime when it gets more like summertime, like everybody can like show up with their milkshake and go from there. It'll come together. It'll come together. But we can all have like chocolate frosty milkshakes and talk about Daniel Day. we can watch There Will Be Blood and then like review it, drinking a milkshake. There we go. That's an idea. Yeah, have a great night, John Rogers. Let's support all of your favorite content creators. Smash the like button and make sure you are subscribed with all notifications on. Leave a comment after the show's end. And if you think your followers are into it, share the shows. Just do all the things that lets YouTube know you like a content creator. And it's all good. Because you don't have to buy merch to support a channel. You don't have to give a creator a penny. You can just show up, have a good time, and leave a like. That's the best thing you can do. And like, it might not sound like a lot, but it's huge. So if you're having fun, it's all worth it. Damn straight, Pickled Gamer. Let's do it. I don't even know where that movie is. I don't know if it's on. Well, maybe after we'll see if it's on like YouTube or probably not on YouTube. Maybe Tubi, one of those other. As long as it's free to watch somewhere, that's the thing. Like I'm not going to suggest anything on Netflix because that's not free. So we've already got our internet, our devices. We shouldn't have to spend any more money to watch a film together. So that's why I'm on about Tubi. And it also has Dark Shadows. So that has a lot of stuff to check out. It has full ass, not just Dark Shadows, like whole TV shows on there. And it's purple. Yeah, J5000 Milkshake Night. And thanks to Pickled Gamer and J5000 and also Steve King 17 from over from Pickled Gamer's channel for showing up tonight. Hope you like the show. If you like the show, you'll really like Quite Frankly. That's usually on Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. here on YouTube. He's a lot of places, but the most fun chat room is the YouTube chat room. It's the oldest chat room. We have seniority. Pickled Gamer, yeah, boo if it's not free. Yeah, that's just, I know money can be, tight. Sometimes all you have at the end of the month is nothing because you've paid for all of your bills, you put gas in the car, but there's no money for food. So what do you do to distract yourself? You go online. So that's why people shouldn't have to spend anything more. Just their time. So where you spend your time is important. I'm glad you do want to spend your time here because you guys are family. Michael, seniority, yeah, right. All the other chat rooms have to go to the YouTube chat room and like make an offering of pants, and then they can be on their way. No one's done it yet. They need to get with it. They're behind on their offerings. So yeah, this was so much fun seeing everybody. Last night was fun too. And we will see each other at the same time tomorrow, just on a different channel. So take it easy. Until next time.